Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflower seeds. How are you on this fine, fine Sunday afternoon? Well, there were three major things that went on this weekend, and Baby Crone and I, as you know, we terror of the news, so we have to bring it to you to let you know what's going on. Hey, yes. Baby Crone, tell them what's going on in the news, and then we could talk about it.
Okay, well, today in the news, we have three people we're going to be talking about, which is going to be Taylor Swift, Lizzo, and an actor from Euphoria.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about, pick, Baby Crone, you pick.
Well, it's always good to start off with the bad news first, so that way we're not bogged down at the end of the video. So, sad news to report that actor from Euphoria named Angus Cloud.
Yeah, what was he? He was what, 25?
25, literally my age. So,
you are not 25 though.
No, I'll be 25 in December. But Angus had died at 25 due to an overdose, and there was a dispatch call that we overheard from the 911 call. However, his father had passed away previously a few months prior, so he was probably struggling mentally with that.
Well, this is how I feel. I remember those that's coming out and saying how Hollywood work, and they always say that, you know, they have a drug issue, or they come out saying, you know, whatever. They give this reason that his father died 3 months ago back in May, and I'm starting to wonder. I'm not denying the death of his father, but I am starting to wonder, is there some truth to it? Because the stories are all trying to be the same.
Yeah.
Is it some kind of deal or something went wrong that set that young man into such an aspiring state that he wanted to, you know?
Yeah, and it's actually very interesting because Euphoria is all about talking about drug addictions amongst young teenagers, because these students were actually in high school at the time in the movie, in the TV series. And he was actually one of the drug dealers that wasn't willing to give one of the main characters drugs, because he was like, I don't want to see you go down this route. And here he passes away. And
he was considering the hypocrisy. So we don't know what was going on around the scenes. Maybe they were saying, if you don't get rid of your drug issue, you're off. We don't know. But it just seems to me, it's curious that every time they had the same story.
That is true.
You know, or they took they took the corona shot, and that's what happened. Or, you know, they was on drugs. They always, and because the stories are so much the same, it makes me question what really went down.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Besides him losing his father.
This was his big break.
This was his breakout.
Started.
And not only that, this does not just happen to the black guy, Megan Good guy.
Oh, yes.
Something similar, when they just getting up there, something comes and blocks them.
Yep, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. I'm not saying it's the same, but just think about what I'm saying. Yep. And these two young men were unprotected. In other words, neither one of them had the seal of Hollywood. Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King had not interviewed any one of these guys. And I'm saying, just look at I'm just looking at things and I find them curious. Yeah, I'm not trying to make a conspiracy. It's just that when you hear things, you look at things different.
Yeah, so
the more you know.
So out of the blue. It's just shocking to hear.
It's shocking to hear for such a young man. And that they said was promising.
Yes.
And on top of it, Baby Crone, I didn't even know about it. I mean, there's so many things on dealing with drugs and issues. Was they dealing with anything science fiction or anything like that?
Nope, just talking about drug addictions.
Jesus, and that's sad, right?
Yes, it
well,
is
prayers
sad.
Going up for his family. May they find the peace they need in these horrible, horrible times. Yeah. So if we can spring it up, I really want to talk about Lizzo.
Yes.
I want to talk about Lizzo, and this is what I want to say. What?
A real pause real quick. Just flip your mic up.
It's okay. Just say flip your mic. Just tell me flip my mic. Just keep telling me. We ain't got to cut for nothing. Right. Okay. With Lizzo, right? The thing I have with Lizzo is Lizzo is promiscuous. Lizzo is out there. Lizzo had no problem shaking her derriere. Let's put it out there. Not. So these people that's working with Lizzo, now you got a couple of people complaining, saying Lizzo is too wild.
Yes.
I'm paraphrasing. She's making us do things that we're not comfortable with. Well, she doesn't actually make us, but we feel if we do it, we're going to get fired. Okay, you know what? I am so sick of this. You knew what kind of person Lizzo was.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
I am so sick and tired of these double standard religious people. This is what I'm saying. You want to have one foot in the fire and you want to have one foot in the fire, where I'm talking about the Holy Ghost, and then you want to have the other foot in the baptism.
Okay.
You want to be baptized in the world, but you want to be saved by the holy fire. You know, you want it both. You can't have it both. So now you scared, oh, if I say something, I'm going to get fired. What do you love more, God or your job? So if it's God, why are you there working?
Yes,
in a godless environment? I am so perplexed.
Now, that is a good question.
That's all you have to say about that?
No.
Oh, okay.
What else I have to say about that is the fact that Lizzo is, as you said, known to be wild, but also the fact that she is known to be twerking and all about body positivity.
And showing her naked, not nakedness, but darn near naked.
Yeah.
When she showed her derriere, her booty, her butt.
Yeah.
You know, she's never apologized for her size.
Nope.
Her music is great.
Yes.
You know, she's obnoxious to many.
Yes, that is true.
So, but you did anything and everything to be on her show. My question is, what did you think when you went to Amsterdam? Why couldn't you go, you know, I don't feel comfortable with that. Or when she's saying touch him, why didn't you say, I don't feel comfortable touching that? So if she did say something, you have a reason.
Yes.
My thing is, it's an honor to be in these places, but it's always a Karen. It's always a Karen that's going to say, yeah, I don't like this. So you got comfortable. There was a time you did stuff and was uncomfortable, but you were so grateful you didn't complain. But now you getting up or whatever. Now you feel like I got to remember where you come from. I'm not saying you don't have a right to complain, but what I am saying is don't come complaining over a thought. That's what gets me. You know, people get me. It's like, you know, I would have did something, but I felt like I would get fired. Well, get fired. At least you have a better chance and I can understand.
Okay.
But for you to deal with, I just did it to fit in, or I didn't feel comfortable. Yeah. I am sick of it. Why are you double dipping? If you don't like the lifestyle, get out of it.
Yeah, that is true.
It is not easy for no one. So if you want to live a life of love and peace and, you know, and Holy Communion, and you just want to be a church girl twerking, fake, it is just so contradictory to me. True. So if that's what you want, then Lizzo is not the girl for you.
Nope.
And I would tell you to go to Taylor Swift, but I'm sorry, Taylor Swift don't want Sunday schools, and I don't think she's looking for overweight dancers.
No, she is
not. No
not.
offense to the overweight dancers. I'm just saying be grateful.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you are right or wrong. I'm just saying from the information that I have right now, I just think that when you don't like something, instead of sitting there and talking and say, I'm going to sue, why don't you just leave?
Right. And if
that's all I'm saying.
Right. And if they are supposedly going to strip clubs and feeling uncomfortable, it's all part of the dancer's life. I mean, sure, you may not want to be an exotic dancer, but you're getting like a different type of experience.
Absolutely. And look what kind of dancing they doing.
Yeah, so they can't even appreciate the work that Lizzo's trying to give them to make them a better experienced dancer.
Right. So I feel a way about it. And it's not because I like Lizzo or her music. I love her music. And yes, Lizzo, I find she could be a little obnoxious, but that is who she is. And I respect her for it because she doesn't apologize for who she is. Until I walk in that woman's shoes, I don't have a right to judge her. She hasn't done anything for me to have judged her as far as with my ways of thinking and my mores. She has done nothing. That's her life. That's her body. And you know what? I just think it's always got to be a Karen.
Yes, always.
And I
most
don't understand why they don't just say, you know what, this is not for me. Let me leave. But no, greed. No, I want my job. But as if I want to work with you. I wouldn't want to work with you now that you did this to me. But then you want to hold on to the job and want to put me in a position where I can't fire you. I am sick of it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Unless I know more, then I will say differently. But at this juncture, it's like, I want to hold on to my job, but I want to be a separatist. You didn't say that. When you start working here, you knew what this was all about.
That's true.
You know? And I, as Lizzo, you want to work here. I seen the grueling part of it on her show.
Yes.
So you knew what you was getting in. Because she told y'all to bring it. Bring it. Give it your best. Throw it your best. Faint. Fall out, whatever. She said it. So don't tell me you didn't know. That what are you thinking? You setting yourself out there. You know you got chubby chasers.
Yeah, true. And Lizzo markets off of that. Well, I'm not going to say she markets off of that. Profit.
She does. She markets off of chubby chasers. And there's nothing wrong with that. They are chubby chasers. Never heard that. Live and learn.
Yes, you are right. Because it is
it's a market, a big market.
Yeah, at least that's what I've heard around the rumor of the streets is that Lizzo feeds into fat.
Don't say it, chubby chasers.
Okay, chubby chasers, but also
thank you.
And you know what? Actually, just to throw in the quick thought out there, do you think Lizzo is promoting people to be overweight? Because she embraces her body.
I don't think that she's promoting people to be overweight or not. I tell you, she's promoting love on yourself while you try to lose weight if you can. If you can't, hey, just know there's a market out there. Love on yourself. Don't hate yourself. Okay. Don't hate yourself. That's what I hear. Don't hate yourself. It's easy to hate yourself.
That is
but don't make the haters make you hate yourself. Yeah. Until you can figure a way to get down, just laugh, do you, and be you.
Yes, and
that's what I hear. Just love you where you are. I don't have to. I'm sure she wish she could lose 50 pounds.
Right, especially as
I'm sure. It's not easy, but what I'm going to suffer and hate myself until I do? I know, I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Like she said in her video, in one of her very first songs, she's a bad bee, you know. Because she's that girl, at least in my opinion. Because she knows, you know what, she doesn't really, like you say, not caters, but feeds into chubby chasers, and she embraces her body in every which way.
Dum dum da dee dum da dum dum dum. That's all I could think of that come out. I didn't know the right word. But anyway, I adore Lizzo, and I wish her the best. And I hope that when this go to court, I hope that what they can find a happy medium. I hope Lizzo win. Most of all, I'll do a reading on it. Remind me.
That would be a good
I'm going to do a reading on that. And everybody who we talk about, meaning they coming up in a reading for the particular thing. Another thing that I want to talk about briefly is there is a rumor going around that's saying Rob and Chloe is having is the baby. It's so disgustingly vulgar.
This is like another level of incest. Instead of sharing boyfriends, now they're sharing each other.
But is it really though? Because they come from the same womb, but they have different fathers. Well, let it marinate.
Yes.
So their father. So the father is the seed. Yes. Forget about that. We're looking at. Remember, this is what the whole thing is. It's biological. So technically, her father and Rob, they don't have the same father. And I'm just putting it out there. I'm just challenging it. I'm just challenging it. I'm just challenging it. And I'm saying, is it incest? It's incest on the mother side. Because they can't have a baby that is deformed.
Yep, that is true.
See, I'm saying, look at the biological sign, unless it's something I don't know. If it's something you know, look, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but we are so quick to say incest. And the more I'm talking about cis women, and the more we talk about who's a woman, what constitutes a woman, it makes all of this stuff shades of gray now.
Yeah, that is
it's like, wait, hold up now. Now, wait a minute. Now, she's a woman, he a male, that's a mother, different fathers. Wait a minute, hold up now. Technically, what is that? It's just a woman being a carrier.
Yeah.
Giving life, right?
Yes.
Because that's what we do. We give life. And what does man do? He lay what? Seed.
Yep.
And what we do, we fertilize and keep
pollinated.
and pollinate the seed and keep it cozy, warm. Without us, there'd be no life.
Yes.
And without a man, there'd be no us. So we all are one. So there is not one greater than the other. You know, so when I hear women say, without us, there'd be no you, but without you, there'd be no us. We're one in this thing. There is no separate. You can't separate it. I like to put it this way. With the Almighty God said, what I joined together, let no man put it under. Why? Because you can't separate the two. We need each other. Period. There must be a male and there must be a female. I'm sorry we had a little difficulty. We've been suffering with the cameras. I don't know if it's hot. It's really chilly. Not chilly, but you know, the house probably, but she doesn't have on a jacket. So as you can see, so this house is about 76 right now. So in about a few minutes, don't be surprised if you see her with a sweater on because I'm a little chilly. Okay, now back to what we were saying is, I believe that, you know, what is incest? It's making me, this cis woman genders, it's making me question when they say a woman is a man, she had a baby, a man cannot have a baby. So let's deal with this part. If the Kardashian, even though to me this is rubbish, but because we deal with news, we have to talk about these things. However, I think this is rubbish, but wouldn't it be curious if it was truth?
Yeah, that is true.
See, I'm learning you don't underestimate. That's a peculiar family. And the way they show affection, it's just not something I'm used to seeing in a white family, a black family, or an Asian family. But I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Right.
I don't know how to lay up on your brother, kiss up on your brother, and that's normal.
Right.
But I wasn't raised in that family, so I don't want to be quick to judge. But I will run cards on that. Baby Crone, is there anything you want to add to that?
The one thing that I have to add to that is it does make you question if half siblings can procreate.
And have a safe child.
Yes.
If it's, be clear, only by the mother, they had different fathers. That is crucial.
Okay.
It can't be siblings, no, because if I don't have the same father, you might have siblings. That's where I was taught. How is it scientifically? Makes you have. So if I had we had the same father and we had different mothers, half. If we had the same fathers, if we had the same mothers.
And different fathers.
Either way, we have half of the DNA.
Right.
It's half. It's half. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is crazy. But it also shows you how different genetic makeup can work out. And
let me add this, just thinking, back in primitive time, or back before we knew time, or back in the days of an indigenous people, they had married their brothers and sisters.
That is true.
They didn't, they were cousins and stuff. You know, this is how, from where I understand, this is how things came into the world, deformities.
Yes.
You know, we've learned this. It's just so curious to seem like the more we know, the more we get away from how we evolved.
Yes, that is true.
That's just curious to me. So anyway, Baby Crone, that's how I feel. I'm not saying it's right, but I am going to do a recording on it. I want you to know I think it's ludicrous. I really don't. But Baby Crone insisted that I do it.
Yeah, because let's see if there's any validity to that claim.
Charles?
Harvey.
Okay.
Yes, we'll see.
Well, there you have it. So what else can we talk about?
And the last thing that we have to cover to how funny we was just talking about Hollywood witches. Taylor Swift had recently donated altogether $5 million towards 50 truck workers. However, she gave them each $100,000.
Oh, and let me say something. Congrats. And let me say something about that. I know truck workers in my family, tractor trailer drivers. I know if that was them, they would be ever so grateful. What it could do, it can change the lives of many. But what she didn't do, and I don't think she need to, she didn't go and spend her money on a $200 million home. That let me know this woman is unselfish.
Yeah.
$5 million
To people that were working.
to people that was working. And no offense to Beyonce, she could do whatever she want to do with her money. But I have to put it out there. That challenged Beyonce.
Yes, that's
because
it.
I don't know ever Beyonce openly doing anything grand for anybody. And that move to buy that house and that level just for a name to be up there in those echelons like that, that's selfish when you really think about it. When you think about all these people that are hungry. When you think about the workers' strike. When you think about people that's writing the music, writing the songs, writing the lyrics, writing the music, writing the movies, they can't do anything. When you think about that, that is horrific.
Yeah.
And for her to be generous, I think that everybody that has it, everyone should give to the disenfranchised, those people that's out there working that need that money. You know, and those writers.
Yep, and pay back to those that help make your tour the success that it is.
Yes, or the dancers, give them a little extra. I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm saying something to and I've always said Beyonce don't really give to her people or even talk to us, really. She don't even talk to us. So if she don't
hardly
talk to
see her in public.
You don't hardly see her, so she don't even talk to you. You know she ain't giving you nothing. I just think in my opinion, don't judge me for all you Beyonce lovers. I love her too. But what she has shown me is how selfish, how self-centered it is at a house you don't even need.
Yeah.
That is true. And I'm not saying that Taylor Swift is a saint, but that was a saintly move. And I never even thought of anybody doing anything as so gracious. The last thing that I ever heard of somebody doing something so gracious, and that was somebody who paid all the children college fee that graduate, stuff like that. That's a humanitarian. You pay where you eat. You pay on the level. You know, we like to go to Africa and go to other countries. That's fine. But when you have those starving in your backyard.
Yes.
Come on. I'm just saying, Taylor, girl, you did that. And I don't care for whatever reason. If you did it for just clout, you did it. If you did it to show off, you did it. If you did it as a sacrifice, you did it. And no matter what, no good deed goes unturned. And it was unselfish. It was a $5 million. And with that, you fed many. Woman, I got nothing but mad respect for you. And it's nothing that nobody can say. You gave me a way of looking at it, because I never even think that somebody like Taylor Swift would do such a generous thing to somebody who struggled. My heart goes out to that.
Right, just when we was talking about the competition between Beyonce and Kim Kardashian, how they wanted to solidify their status.
And remember, I didn't put it in, but I talked to you about it. Remember, Taylor Swift was in it, but Taylor Swift got out of it because it wasn't about her. But look what she did. She still interjected. She still interjected and says, I'm queen. Because it's not about me. I'm doing it because I love my people. And that's what she showed me. I care about these workers. Whatever they going for, fame and fortune. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt for it. And I'm giving $5 million away. That's a lot to be said.
Yeah, that is true.
Let's see, Beyonce. Last time I heard about Beyonce was, are they going to give this woman a free ticket to her show who made that dance for her song?
Oh, yes.
Did she get it? That was the smallest thing that they expected, was a free ticket.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'm done. I'm just done. If you could understand what I'm saying. That was the bare minimum that they expect from their savior. That is crazy to me. But you know what?
Yes.
You'll judge a fruit, judge a tree by its fruit. And I'm telling you, you better look at that tree. Yeah. That tree is about self, okay? And if nobody, and I never would have looked at it, but that Taylor Swift said, you better look at this another way, sis.
And we did forget to talk about one more person.
We didn't forget. Go ahead, talk about them.
Yes, the last person, speaking of trees and how they bear fruit, I wanted to talk about Cardi B on her tour throwing mics at people, even though she told them,
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Can you show the piece of that video?
Yes, I will.
Bitch, I'm done. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Tell me some water again, bitch, because I'm hot. Hey, give me some water.
Splash her down. Give us some water. Splash her the fuck down.
hot, splash me with water.
I could have sworn I heard her say it.
Yes, and you saw people splashing water at her.
But was she saying it to a group of people?
She was saying it to the audience
I could have, all I'm saying, I could have sworn I heard her say it, but I'm questionable. I don't want to charge her for nothing. Everything I say, everything in this whole conversation is allegedly, and especially about what I'm saying about her. But like I said, I will definitely have to do a reading on this because if she, to me, to throw that mic, I don't know where that anger came from.
Twice she's done this.
But I think she reminded me of the baby.
Oh.
I mean, you know, when you fighting people, whatever's going on in your life that makes you so unhappy. The last thing I heard that you and Offset was pregnant.
Yep.
And so if that's the case, why are you, I don't understand the anger with you. You're so beautiful. You have made it. You arrived. Nobody can ever take nothing from you. I think you really need to go somewhere and find anger management. Yes. No matter what, it was just water. What if you would have poked that lady and hit her in the head and she had a seizure? Or what if she would have passed out and she was already weak? I don't know. You're going to use just a little water? Or right. What? It wasn't acid. Your skin didn't burn. No. I just don't understand.
Right. That shows Cardi B to be careful what you ask your audience to do, because like they say, ask and you shall receive.
Are you sure that she asked her audience?
Yes.
She's going to have to play that clip, because I could have sworn I heard her say it. But unless I can prove it, we gotta prove it.
And then also, I feel like Cardi B was taking the next extra step, because we have been hearing recently about people in the audience throwing things at celebrities
and
on
I get
stage.
it. But that was water. But she was asking for water. Right. She was saying, I'm hot. She even threw her head down and put her hair forward. Yes. And the guy just
Somebody
walked
even
away.
handed her some water to drink.
Yeah,
so.
and she ought to pour it over, do whatever she wants. She chose to drink it. So I saw it as a moment that she was really hot and she really wanted people to douse her with really water. I really believe that. Yeah. Now, if that wasn't true...
What's a little water going to do to your makeup or clothes?
Sugar, baby. Cause it to run. But I don't think that's what it was. Maybe we misunderstood it. I really want to look at the video, and we're really going to bring it back to you to let you see what was going on. Well, anything. I thought that was good. But I really want to do a reading on Cardi B and why she angry.
Yeah, I don't know. First off,
I want to know why she's so angry.
Right, she seems to be. She doesn't do well with haters, and she shows that countable times on social media by always fighting with somebody, getting into an argument with somebody online. And, you know, maybe it could just really be that Tasha K is not paying her and she's like really stressed out.
No.
And then this whole divorce.
No, don't you dare bring Tasha. No.
Okay.
No. That is just business. That's a business transaction that she's seeing through with her and Tasha. It ain't like she need that. She don't need that money. No. She won it out of GP, general principle. You owe me.
And you terrorized me.
And you terrorized me and mine, and I'm proving to you. She just got an anger. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying when you got to throw a mic, and it could have hit anybody, I got an issue with that. I'm sorry. And it's not good. And I think you're going to have to chill out, sis, because you can't continue to go in this way. I'm really concerned about Cardi B's temperament. I mean, I don't understand why you have everything and you're so unhappy.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
And the only thing that I can think of is your man.
Yep, I mean...
The only thing that make women mad like that, they got everything in control, but they can't control the one they sleeping with. And when it's like that, they take it out on others. It's the least little thing that set them off. Why? Because she loves her husband. This is how I see it. She loves her husband, but I can't keep him in check. But anything else around me, I can fuss, I can scream, I can let out hell, because I can control that. I can hit you, but I can't hit my husband because he might beat my tail. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And if we got into a fight, I know that he could probably beat me, but I don't want us to break up because I love him, and I probably hit him first. And so all of this do's and don'ts go on. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I'm curious and that it could be that. But I think I'm going to have to go in and do a reading on Cardi B alone, on why she's so angry.
Yeah. Just want to toss out there that Cardi B and Offset had done a song together recently.
Yeah. That's
titled Jealous.
And it went #1. And Jealous. We're going to listen to it.
Yes.
So we'll let you know what we think about it when we talk again.
Yes.
So is there anything else we need to say? I thought this was a good recap.
Yeah, we covered actually 5 topics today.
Okay.
When we said 3, so you guys got a few bonuses.
Okay. So you want to give us my best shot to put as our page for the recap?
Sure.
Want to lean forward?
All right.
Lean over. Sunflowers.
Sunflowers.